Hello. In this video, I'm going to be talking about flow state. What is it? Why is it of any value to you to even learn how to tune into this state? And yeah, how to use this space to your advantage to anchor your dream reality to earth. But first, I'd like to introduce myself in case you're new here. My name is April. I coach people on getting into deeper alignment with your intuition, with your deep inner wisdom that has always been with you. It's just been waiting for you to notice it and to form that relationship with it so that it can more clearly and accurately guide you through life. So, my role would just be to help guide you to that space within you and help you cultivate a trusting and loving relationship with this inner voice. Um, so, to get started, the flow state is a space of being in deep and direct communion and communication with your intuition, with this guiding force, this guiding voice that wants to flow through you. It's a state of ease, it's a state of grace. And how you access this space is by strengthening the connection to your inner voice and then surrendering to its guidance, choosing to take aligned action towards what has been gifted to you. And whenever you choose to do this and you practice this, eventually you enter into a sort of hypnotic state where you're just naturally flowing with this wisdom, with this guidance. It's no longer a battle in your mind of should I listen to this guidance or should I continue with my egoic programming? You no longer have this battle. You simply just easily and gracefully move into this state of trance almost. But it's not out of your control. You're choosing to put yourself into this state of trance and you're utilizing it to anchor your dreams into reality. The way you use the flow state to do this is by setting an intention. You set an intention either with the business you're creating, or at the beginning of your day, or for example, at the beginning of this video, I set an intention and then I surrendered to the flow state by stepping into the unknown with my intuition. And I stepped into this stream of divine consciousness that is always available to all of us to naturally orchestrate and allow us to reach the destination, allow us to the destination, which is the journey, allows us to naturally produce the intention that we set without the mind controlling and efforting and grueling and fighting with itself. Okay, so you can practice getting into a flow state by simple things or daily setting the intention of allowing this deep guidance to guide you through your day by saying, show me what to do and not do today. Show me what to say and not say. Help me to be of the greatest service to humanity that I can today. And then let go. Let go of any egoic attachments on how you're going to make this happen. Let go of any limiting beliefs that are stopping you from allowing this flow to naturally occur, and literally step into the dark of not knowing how this intention is going to come to be, but you just have this deep trust that it is. You have this deep trust that when you choose to let go and step into the unknown with the divine, you're going to be caught, right? You're not jumping to your demise. You're jumping and then catching yourself in the unknown. It's a deep space of allowing yourself to be taken care of, allowing yourself to be guided, allowing yourself the mental rest of not having to force and control. So the flow state is this deep aligned space with your inner guidance. And you're walking through life from your heart space, no longer from your mind of, okay, how am I going to make money today? Let's try and force and control my way to this result of wanting to make money. And then your whole day, you're stressed out, you're in a state of control, you're frustrated, you have low self-worth. Whereas if you set the intention of, how can I add the most value today? How can I be of the most service to humanity today? Show me what to do and not do. Show me what to say and not say. And then you just trust that with that intention, your inner guidance system is going to guide you down this path in each next now moment. You don't need to control, you don't need to know what's going to happen next. You trust that in each now moment, you're going to be gifted the proper next step. And this is what it's like to be in a constant state of grace. You trust yourself and you trust the divine and you trust the present moment so deeply that you no longer feel the need to force and control and manipulate. You know that you will be taken care of. You know that your intention will come into fruition because you said it and then trusted the divine to follow through. And it's very simple, but it's not easy, because when you choose to step into this state of constant grace, you're going to be faced with all of your shadows and all of your demons that want to keep you in a state of control, that want to keep you in a state of fear, that want to keep you in this low state of self-worth. And you have to choose to look at every and all aspects and move through them as if they do not exist. Acknowledge them, that they're there, acknowledge that they're being presented before you, but then step through them as if what you're seeing is an illusion, and you will be gifted the life of your dreams. You don't battle them because they're evil and you have to destroy them. You simply walk right through them while holding a center space of compassion and grace and love, because you know that they cannot touch you. So being in a flow state is, let me move out of the sun. Being in a flow state is gifting you the ease and grace of walking yourself into your dream reality without all of the effort and force and control and exhaustion. And it's taking you somewhere even grander and even more beautiful and expansive than your small, limited, egoic mind could even fathom. And that is the benefit of learning how to trust and surrender to the flow and your intuition and the guidance of the divine, is that it can see the full picture. It sees what you can't. And so it is guiding you and directing you in a way that you cannot gift to yourself. Of myself, I am nothing, does not mean that we belittle and degrade our small, limited, egoic self. It means of our small, limited, egoic self, we can't see the full picture. And so therefore we cannot fully guide ourselves into a goal or intention such as anchoring heaven on earth. If my intention was to anchor heaven on earth and then I tried to force and make that happen through my small, limited, egoic self, I would be in a state of control, fear, unworthiness, limitation, which is the opposite of heaven on earth. So when I have such a large intention, I must learn that of myself, I am nothing, because I cannot see the full picture. My small, limited self cannot see the full picture on how to exactly accomplish that. To my small, limited self, that seems so grand and so out of reach and perhaps insane that the fear may stop me in my tracks. Whereas when I surrender that small, limited self and ask to be guided by a greater divine force, I'm no longer focused on how big and grand the end result is. I've set the intention and then I've let it go. And I'm solely focused on this present moment because I trust so deeply that my inner guidance system, that the divine is going to show me in each now moment what I must do through a state of flow and aligned action to anchor this intention of heaven on earth into my reality. And with doing so, my life becomes much more easeful. There's less stress, there's less control, there's less force, there's more flow, there's more surrender, there's more trust and grace. So this is definitely a practiced state of being. It takes time. I'm still practicing every single day how to be in this state. It takes practice. But the reason you do it is because you understand that it is guiding you to exactly where your soul wants to be. Your ego, your small limited self, cannot get you to where your soul is destined to be. Only your soul can do that. Only the divine can do that. And so you must learn how to surrender to the divine. And the divine works on different terms and rules than humans. So it's going to be very uncomfortable at first to our human to learn how to be in this state. It's going to be very uncomfortable to the version of ourselves that wants to know, that wants to control, that believes that the only way to make it happen is through force. It's going to be very uncomfortable to that version of us when we choose to step into a state of divine grace, flow, ease, and surrender, because the truth is, we don't have to do as much as we believe we have to do. It doesn't have to be as hard as we believe it has to be. And so the only reason that it's uncomfortable is because you're trying less. Life is not as hard as it was before. And our ego can't believe that life can really be this easy, that life can really be this magnificent, that life can really be this abundant and pure. But it is, and it gets to be. Not because we forced ourselves there, but because we surrendered to it already being here in the present moment. We surrendered all of our prior beliefs and understandings about reality in such a way that we allowed divine miracles to work through us and show us exactly how we were meant to exist. Not all the rules and constructs and boxes that we've put ourselves in. Those are false illusions of the egoic mind. The divine is trying to show us that it gets to be easy, it gets to be miraculous, it gets to be abundant and peaceful and joyous. We get to be in a constant state of bliss and trust. When was the last time you went through your entire day and trusted that every single moment was happening in perfect alignment for your highest good? Because that's the truth. But it's very, very challenging to surrender into that space. So I hope this video helped to guide you into a deeper state of trust with the divine, or at least illuminated areas within you where you're not trusting your higher self, where you're not trusting your intuition. Not so that you can shame and guilt yourself, but so that you can bring your conscious awareness to these spaces and easily surrender into them. Comfort these versions of yourself into a state of grace, into a state of surrender, into a state of trust. And practice this every day. And before you know it, you're going to open your eyes and be in the life of your dreams. Focus on the present moment. Focus on what you're being guided into right now. Don't worry about next week. Don't worry about if your end result is going to come true, or if you're actually even worthy or good enough for your end result to happen. Set the intention and let it go, and then surrender to the present moment and trust that you are being gifted the next step in every present moment to get you to the final destination of the intention that you set by a higher, greater force that knows more than you do in your small, limited mind. Okay? I love you so much. I just posted a energy update that goes a little bit more deeply into how we are anchoring this into our reality on my Patreon page. It is available for free for all members, free and paid members. So if you'd like to hop over to Patreon, I will put the link in my bio on YouTube, and I would love to see you over there because I'm really cultivating a space where we can get a little bit more intimate and a little bit more focused on our intentions, focused on this path. And because it's a private community, even the free membership is private. You cannot access it unless you join as a member. Because of this exclusivity, the energy is more potent. The energy is more aligned to you because you're a part of this group. Whereas on YouTube, literally anybody can watch this video, which is amazing, and it's a great way to connect, but the energy is a little bit more diluted because I'm speaking to hundreds and thousands of different people with different energy. Whereas on Patreon, if you join Patreon, that means that you're aligned to my message. And so the energy is more concentrated. So if you're interested in that, in my YouTube bio, somewhere on there where all the links are, you'll be able to find the link to my Patreon. So you can check it out. And if you like the free membership, there is a 7-day free trial on the Sacred Expansion membership, which is where we're going to be doing live group coaching calls, guided meditations, and weekly intuitive practices. So, and more. So if you're interested in that, please head over. I'd love to have you and get to know you. So bye. I'll talk to you later.